everyone, Emily Thomas here. I'm an elite gymnast for both Wales and Great Britain, and I've competed on many international stages around the world. In today's video, we'll be running through a very basic stretch from head to toe so that everyone can get involved. This 10 to 15 quick minute video will be ideal because you can complete this anywhere and you won't have any extra equipment involved needed. So this would be absolutely perfect to do to kickstart your day, or you could use it to relieve some tension after a hard day's work. I hope this video helps you guys out and gives you some type of insight as to what gymnasts get up to every single day. So for the first exercise today, we're going to get the head and the neck moving. So we're going to do 3 circles one way and 3 the other. And then 3 the other way. We're then going to look side to side 3 times each way. We're also going to look up and down 3 times each way as well. So for our second stretch today, we're going to get our shoulders moving. So we're going to stand with our legs slightly apart. I'm just going to bend the knees and shrug the shoulders in. 10 times. After those 10, we're going to do arm circles. We're going to go 4 backwards and 4 forwards. And forwards. So for our next stretch, we're going to stretch the tricep. So we want to just cross our arm over like this. And we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, change to the other arm. We're then going to bend our arm above our head and put our hand on our elbow and stretch over like this. And also hold this for 10. And the other arm. For the next couple of exercises, we're going to focus mainly on the hamstrings. So the first exercise we're going to do in the hamstrings is you stand shoulder width apart, and the aim is to get your hands to either touch the floor below you or your toes. So you just want to bend down and hold. All of the next exercises will be 30 seconds. Also, the alternative for this exercise, if that is too difficult, either you can put a block in front and rest your weight on the block, or you can bend your knees like this, and obviously gradually increase as the pain starts to get a lot easier. But the aim is to hold this for 30 seconds. Next exercise is basically going to be the same thing, but with legs and feet together. So same concept. We want to aim to have our hands on the floor or our hands to touch our toes. If we don't do that, the alternative for that is also to put your hands on the block to take the weight, or again to bend the legs. So the alternative for this would be this, and then hopefully as you get better and more flexible, you can straighten them out. For the next exercise, I think a lot of you might have heard from it because it's a very popular yoga pose, and that's called downward dog. This exercise helps a lot with your back, your spine, your hamstrings, your thighs and your calves as well. So how we get into it, we want to stand, we want to go kneeling, tuck your toes under like this and straighten the legs and straighten the shoulders. And we want to stretch. You can feel the stretch at the back. Eventually when you get good, your heels will be closer to the floor. For now, obviously, if you can't do that, it's fine, as long as you can feel the stretch. And we hold this for 30 seconds. For the next exercise, we're going to be incorporating some ankle movement in the downward dog position. So if we get back into the same position again in the downward dog, so we lift up, and this time for 30 seconds, we're just going to roll our ankles like this. So we have a big stretch in the back of the hamstrings. We'll get it in the calves and in the Achilles. Next exercise we're going to do today is focusing on the back, and this exercise is called Cobra, which is another very popular yoga stretch. So what we want to do is lie on our front, put our arms by our sides and push up with our arms straight, and again hold for 30 seconds. If we can't do this, the alternative right now is to go onto your elbows like this, but the aim obviously again is to be upright. So we just stay in this position for 30 seconds. Remember, this can be quite uncomfortable, so make sure you breathe in and out through the stretch because it helps a lot. So for the next stretch, we're going to stretch through the pec muscles. So we're going to get on our front again, and we're going to put one arm to the side. So this one arm to the side is going to want to go to 45 degrees in front, and you want to just push and rotate slightly, and you should feel the stretch towards the front of the arm. We hold this for 30 seconds each side. And then once you've done 30 seconds, change over arm. For our next stretch, we want to stretch out the hip flexors. So we're going to get into a lunge, and we're going to stick out one leg in front. And what we want to aim to do is to tuck in the bum and squeeze this all in a flat line. And if you squeeze in and tight the core, then you should feel the stretch at the front of the leg here. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. And change over legs when you're done. Then what we want to do is go back onto the first leg again, So we go back into the hip flexor position and we're just going to reach over with the opposite arm. So you get the stretch down the side of this muscle here as well. We're going to hold these for 30 seconds each leg again. And same thing on the other side. So I will do this, you want to remember to squeeze in the glutes and push the hip forward, but to keep the back straight and keep the core tight. And then with this arm, just stretch over so you feel a nice stretch at the side of the body. So for the next exercise, we're going to get into a butterfly sit, where we sit on our bum and we put our legs out sideways like this. And what we want to do first of all, we want to just do 10 little pulses, trying to relax our thighs and relax our glutes to the floor. After we do 10 little pulses, we're then going to try and put our nose to our toes and hold for 30 seconds. Sometimes people feel that it's easier if you put some pressure, so you can put your elbows on the side of your knees and push it down if this stretch is easy for you. But if not, just hold on to the feet and just aim to get your nose to your toes. And to stretch out the glutes again, we're going to sit on our bums, we're going to lift one leg and cross it over the knee like this. And you should feel the stretch on the side of the glute here. And we're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. Remember to put the ankle over the knee, not the foot, just put the ankle resting over. And then swap legs after 30 seconds. We're going to sit in a pike position, and this is very similar to the ones we did standing up, but this time we're going to use our breath. So we're going to put our hands on our shins, and when we breathe in, we're going to breathe up, and when we breathe out, we're going to push forwards. And we're going to do this 10 times. We breathe in and breathe out and push down. Remember to breathe, because the breath is very important to help you relax. We're then going to complete the same thing in a straddle position. So put your legs pretty much shoulder width apart again, maybe just a little bit wider, and do the same thing. So we breathe in and out. And our aim by the 10th rep is that our hands are closer this way or closer to our feet than they were on the first rep. So using the breath to try and push your hands as far out as they can. Next stretch, we're going to stay in the straddle sit, and this time we're going to lean over one side of the leg and hold for 30 seconds. So lifting the right arm up and leaning over the left. So you want to make sure on this stretch you're not leaning forwards like this, because we want to get a stretch in the hamstrings and also a stretch in the side of the arm, the side of the body. So you just hold this for 30 seconds. And the same on the other side. Looks like we got a cat joining the stretch. So for our final stretch today, we're going to want to lie on our back. We're going to want to lift, say, the right leg and cross over the opposite side of the body. So this should feel a nice release and a nice stretch in the back and in the spine. And again, we want to hold this for 30 seconds. We want to try and aim to keep both shoulders on the floor as well. So you don't want to be up like this. You want to keep both shoulders on the floor and just rotate the leg. And the same on the other side.
Today's stretch session complete. I hope everyone enjoyed and found it useful. Hopefully, if you keep up with this stretch, you'll be just as or maybe even more flexible than I am. Well done to everyone who took part, and hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.